The big question in social media these days that will AI gonna replace my job? What do you think about this question?
No, I don't. I mean, I firmly believe, and I've always said this to my team, I think people with AI will replace people without AI. So I think you have to embrace technology.
You mentioned about culture as well. How does culture play a role in this?
It's all about culture. It's all about culture. How do you embrace digital as the first thought in our mindset as a culture? And that's the very tricky one, right? If you go back again 10 years ago, it's just starting. Today, it really has to be embedded in our ways of working.
Mission to the moon. Continue with your mission.
สวัสดีครับยินดีต้อนรับเข้าสู่ Mission to the Moon Podcast นะครับคุณอยู่กับรวิทย์ หาญอุตสาหะครับผมในช่วงหลายปีที่ผ่านมานะครับสำหรับคนที่อยู่ในวงการธุรกิจนะครับหรือว่าจริงๆคนทำงานทั้งหมดนี่แหละนะฮะเราต้องเคยได้ยินคำว่า Digital Transformation หรือว่าการเปลี่ยนผ่านสู่ดิจิทัลกันอยู่บ่อยๆนะครับโดยเฉพาะอย่างยิ่งช่วงหลังๆมาเนี่ยมี AI นะครับก็พัฒนารวดเร็วแล้วก็ไม่หยุดนิ่งก็ยิ่งได้ยินบ่อยขึ้นไปอีกนะครับอย่างไรก็ตามในประเด็นนี้มักจะมีคำถามนึงตามมาว่าจริงๆแล้วเนี่ย Digital Transformation เนี่ยมันเป็นยังไงกันแน่นะครับหน้าตาของมันเป็นยังไงกระบวนการของมันเป็นยังไงแล้วมันมีจุดเริ่มต้นตรงไหนนะครับมันเป็นแค่การเอาเทคโนโลยีใหม่ๆมาใช้หรือว่ามันมีอะไรที่ลึกซึ้งมากกว่านั้นนะครับนั่นเป็นเหตุผลว่าทำไมตอนนี้เนี่ยเราจะพาไปสำรวจเรื่องราวของการเปลี่ยนแปลงที่เกิดขึ้นจริงนะครับวันนี้เนี่ยผมมีความยินดีเป็นอย่างยิ่งนะครับที่ได้ต้อนรับคุณวิกเตอร์เซียนะครับท่านเป็นประธานกรรมการและประธานคณะผู้บริหาร Nestlé Indochina นะครับคุณวิกเตอร์เนี่ยจะมาแชร์ประสบการณ์ให้เราฟังว่า Nestlé ประเทศไทยกำลังก้าวไปกับการเปลี่ยนผ่านสู่ดิจิทัลยังไงนะครับก็ยินดีต้อนรับคุณวิกเตอร์นะครับและเป็นเกียรติเป็นอย่างยิ่งที่ได้พูดคุยกันในวันนี้นะครับคุณวิกเตอร์สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีครับ
Thank you so much for being on the show, and thank you for hosting the place for us as well at headquarters at Nestlé in Bangkok here. I would like to start with this question about digital transformation, which there's been this word thrown around a lot in this maybe past decade. What is actually the essence of this word, in your opinion?
Well, digital transformation, while it's been, I guess, the hot topic over the last few years, right. We have actually embarked on this journey some years ago. So it's not very new to us. If you look at, maybe just to give you one example, about 8 years ago, we actually brought in a digital acceleration team in the commercial area. At that time, digital marketing, e-commerce was becoming a big thing in the world, in Thailand. And we brought in an acceleration team to kind of accelerate the business for both our marketing and sales teams. Today, I'm proud to say that we have disbanded the team and it's now embedded in our sales and marketing operations. So digital is really a part of what we do. It helps us with our innovation. It helps us with our efficiencies. And that's something that we will continue to do. And we do it in all parts of our value chain, from farm to fork, which really means from the way we buy ingredients right up to how we touch our consumers.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on how you use digital transformation? Start from sourcing the ingredient for manufacturing.
Well, one of the things that we do want to drive is what we call regenerative agriculture, which means we want to protect and restore nature.
Okay.
So with digital technology today, we actually help our farmers. We work with about 2,500 coffee and dairy farmers in Thailand with the technology to ensure that they have the quality of the feed, the quality of the soil, the quality of the fertilizers, as well as biodiversity, helping them to drive better yield and productivity in their business. We are able to actually have tailor-made solutions for each farmer. So we can have actually very targeted, specific, every farmer has slightly different issues. And with digitalization, we can actually use that technology to help them. So ultimately, it's a big win-win. The farmers get better return on investments in the return on investments, better yield. Nestlé can get better ingredients. Consumers will know that we are buying from responsible sources. And I think we all do a little bit better for the planet with sustainable farming.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yes.
Now, from sourcing of raw material, when the raw material comes to Nestlé factories or manufacturing process, how do digital transformation change that over the years?
Well, in our factories, we have been on this journey called digital manufacturing operations, or what we internally call DMO.
Okay.
This, in the essence, is that we actually connect every single part of the factories. So the factories actually talk to each another and to us. The real result of this is two things. One is efficiencies, because consumers will not pay for our inefficiencies. So we try to drive more efficiencies in the system. And as well, it minimizes human error. So when we started this digital transformation DMO journey, we were able to save 50% of our employees' time so that we can give them more value-added activities, as well as to minimize human mistakes, which happens. One of the things that we have worked on as well is early detection dashboards. Today, we are able to monitor and know the machine will break down before it actually knows itself. Right? Because of historical data, certain points, we know that. And so we are able to do early preventive maintenance. That's something we are working on and actually starting to show really good returns for us. The other thing that we do, which is maybe quite interesting, is that we have also a digital tongue. Today, we have a computer system that mimics the human tongue, and we can use that for, quality control, for tasting, to get the right taste profiles. So before the human tastes it, we get the computer to taste it first. So at least it weeds out all the issues. So it's something quite interesting for our end. From supply chain side, which is part of operations, we have also information based on historical data, so we get better forecasting, better prioritization for our customers. We actually have connected planning in supply chain in our logistics, which means actually we know at any one point in time where our ingredients are in the world, what ship is on, where our finished goods are in all the trucks moving around the world.
And this is also about traceability of the
it's about traceability, speed, efficiencies. So it really helps us on our supply chain end.
With all this technology today, AI and everything, do you think Nestlé factory will getting even more automated in the near future?
I think we will automate where we can, but we still need a human touch.
I see.
Today there's a fine balance between humans and automation. The other thing, maybe just another interesting thing we just did. We have recently fully automated our ice cream warehouse, which means fully robots, no humans are there at all. And if you've ever been to an ice cream factory, it is actually minus 25 degrees.
Wow. Okay.
So, humans cannot work under that condition very long time. They go in for 10 minutes and they come out. So with robotics, clearly we can actually just make sure the factory is efficient without human errors.
I would like to elaborate a little bit more on this topic. If Nestlé opened a new factory today, would the thinking process be much different from, say, 10 years ago?
Yes, absolutely. We will start then with technology in mind. In the past, we have to upgrade our factories with technology. So again, automated systems will be embedded into the thinking right now, not upgrading. Sometimes are challenges.
We have been doing sourcing, manufacturing, supply chain. Now, for the consumers, right? Consumers these days changes a lot. In the past 20 years, how do you use digital technology to engage with consumers these days?
Well, I think Nestlé being a FMCG company, consumers are at the heart of everything that we do. And you're right, consumers are much more connected, much more savvy today. Actually, today, 60% of our marketing spend is already spent in the digital era. If you go back, 10 years ago, it's probably 20%.
Right.
So you can see the significant increase in digital spend to engage consumers. Well, one of the things that we can do with consumers really is we can have much better insights using data. So we can really understand consumers' needs. Using data-driven insights. To maybe give you an example from a marketing campaign perspective, I've often told my team, Bangkok is not Thailand and Thailand is not Bangkok. Right? It's very different. 50% of the consumers are actually living in rural areas. Today, with digital technology and understanding consumers in each part, we can actually tailor-make solutions for consumers in all parts of the country. So we have big brands like Nescafe, Milo, Maggi. They're actually quite mass brands. We can actually tailor-make solutions for Chiang Mai, for the northeast of Thailand, for the south of Thailand, using digitalization so that we can have scale, but yet customize for the consumers, right? Using the trends they have in their area, the local languages, even local celebrities in this particular area.
So the, say, marketing campaign or anything with the consumers are quite tailor-made as well.
Yes. The other thing we can do which we know consumers like our ice cream and our newly launched Starbucks ready to drink, but they only like it when it's very hot. So again, with tailor-made solutions, I can actually trigger them to buy if the temperature is above 35 degrees, and it won't trigger them if it's raining. So we can be very targeted today with using digital technology.
That is very interesting. So when it's very hot, maybe towards midday, the ad's gonna target them.
Yes, so I don't waste resources.
Okay.
And also it's targeted.
Ice cream will be another very good example.
So ice cream and ready to drink coffee as our probably the example I can use.
How about the other countries in Southeast Asia? Do you see that digital transformation helps understand consumers more as well?
I think it's a full global
thing.
I mean, digital has come, and I think it will stay for the long term. Maybe a few more examples, at least in my mind. We also, lucky draws is a very big thing in Thailand. I don't know if you know that. Right. Again, if you just go back 2-3 years ago, people had to write. Right. And then you have to do a lot of trouble. So today with technology, we can use just scanning the receipts. Right. So it makes it very seamless for consumers. We can scan the receipts. The computer system can pick up the lucky draw receipts in a very controlled way, and then it's so easy to enter lucky draws. For example, using digitalization.
And I think at the back office also easier.
Yes,
right?
It's all linked. We don't humans sorting out. The
you don't have to check by humans anymore.
And then also in our Nespresso business, we actually have now introduced augmented reality. So you probably, it's not very new, but if you take a camera and you can actually put the machine in your house today, right? With the true digital recognition, and then you can choose the color, the type, where it fits on your shelf before you actually buy it.
I love Nespresso.
Well, thank you.
I have all types of machines. I'm using the pot thing right now, which is
the big
nice.
one,
the big one.
Nice.
And I think it's personally, I think it's a very nice 5 to 10 minutes moment in the morning.
Yes.
Before all the all the rush in life happens, and you have a nice cup of coffee in a very luxurious way. Of say.
Virtual, of course, is really done for sustainability. I mean, the capsules are fully recyclable, and so I think that's something we are very proud of. We're very proud of.
Which is very good. That's one good thing. You talk about sustainability, so I'm going to go jump into that topic. It's a huge topic these days, and Nestlé, being a very big company, have a global presence in every country in the world, I would say. You must have a lot of effect and way of thinking about this. What is the plan for Nestlé about health and sustainability in big picture?
Well, maybe let's start with sustainability. Nestlé has this concept called good for you, which is really trying to be as healthy as possible, giving nutritious goods, and then good for the planet, which is the sustainability bit you spoke about. Look, we have, like everybody, commitments to drive net zero by 2050. But however, 2050 is a long way away. So we have milestone years like 2025 and then 2030. So really proud to say that the team here in Thailand, we have hit all the milestones, in terms of carbon reduction, water stewardship, recyclable packaging, and regenerative agriculture I spoke about earlier in Thailand. So we use digitalization to track all the things we are doing in terms of carbon reduction, water savings, recycling rates in all our products. So that helps us on this journey. It also helps us track, as we talked about earlier, what consumers are interested in. Plant-based options, eco-friendly packaging, what are the latest trends in packaging, So these are things that we are working on. And digitalization and is really helping us drive this journey.
That's very nice. How you have a lot of suppliers as well. How do you talk to your suppliers to let them see the importance of this?
We have a lot of supplier workshops to get them involved in the journey.
Right.
The things with sustainability, it comes at a cost. And today, we have in the world what we call a value action gap. Consumers say they will want to do it.
Support.
Unfortunately, today, they were not willing to pay for it. Many consumers are not willing to pay for it. So there's this value action gap. But I think companies like us have to lead the way. And obviously we educate the entire supply chain to come along with us on this journey.
Wow, that is interesting. Thank you for sharing with us. The other major points of digital transformation would be everyday working life, right? This is something that changes a lot in this past couple of years. Can you tell us more a little bit on how Nestlé is using digital for everyone's working day?
Do you use ChatGPT?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So we have our own internal version. We created our own app called NestGPT, Nestlé, NestGPT. Very much like ChatGPT, but it has all internal documents as well. So people are able to search and find documents internally to help with your programs. We have also this thing called Copilot. So it's a digital co-pilot that helps you to plan your meetings, helps you to summarize meetings. It can take meeting minutes, actually. It can help you prioritize your projects. Yeah, so that's really the journey we are embarking along with these two things internally across the organization.
Now, talking about artificial intelligence, it's something that's a very hot topic as well, especially in the workforce. How do you think it will change day-to-day work going forward?
I think you have to embrace it. I think more and more technology will come. I think it's not the technology itself, but it's a mindset. I think you have to embrace technology to make it work.
So it might change the way you work a little bit,
I think
a lot.
I think it does already. Today I get emails from people who don't really have good English, and it's perfect English.
Okay.
So it's digital today.
Right.
But at least there's an effort being made towards that.
Yes. Do you see the downside of this, using a lot of AI very fast like this?
I think people have to learn to remember to think. You can use AI blindly.
Yeah.
And it's also garbage in, garbage out.
True.
Right? AI is all based on input of data. Right?
I love this thinking, garbage in, garbage out. It's so true.
Yeah, or the other one said that if you have the wrong information, you can be very confidently wrong.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Now, the big question in social media these days is that will AI gonna replace my job? What do you think about this question?
No, I don't. I mean, I firmly believe, and I've always said this to my team, I think people with AI will replace people without AI. So I think you have to embrace technology to learn and move on. We still need a human touch, ultimately, because AI cannot be trained to think like a human being yet. But we have to embrace AI because it can help us to be more effective and more efficient. We have an insight recently that we have done on AI replacing humans, and we have a Nescafe campaign launched based on that. I don't know if you had a chance to see it. I think we need to embrace AI, but AI cannot replace the human touch.
But it helps us with the efficiency and speed and everything.
Absolutely, yeah.
So all kinds of transformation, digital especially, it's not just all about tech. Most of it is all about people as well. How do you prepare your people on this journey?
You are really spot on when you say this. It's about people. It's about cultural change. It's about people accepting digitalization. Not that easy to embrace for the older people, but it's something that we have done and we will continue to drive. A few things that we have done in the company to cultural change, simple things like having digital influencers. People who are in the company that are more advanced in digital, we actually train them and we try to influence the entire organization. So a little group that gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Two, for the older people like me, we actually have launched a reverse mentoring program where I get a young digital native to come and teach me about digitalization. So every week, we have a session where I will learn new things that I will never dream of. Now, at least I'm cool with my kids in that sense, right? And we also have launched what we call the Digital Sparks Award. Now in our third year, where we actually showcase digitalization as a contest, so that each department, again, we talked about farm to fork earlier, right? From manufacturing, supply chain, sales, marketing, can showcase their digital transformation projects, and we give them prizes, awards, making a fun day. But really, really important that we learn from each other during this time as we drive this transformation journey.
You mentioned about culture as well. How does culture play a role in this?
It's all about culture. It's all about culture. How do you embrace digital as the first thought in our mindset as a culture? And that's the very tricky one, right? If you go back again 10 years ago, it's just starting. Today, it really has to be embedded in our ways of working.
So technology or digital technology per se has to be in all kinds of work I mean, if everyone in the company is
like I said earlier, right? If you remember, when 8 years ago, we started digitalized transformation with digital acceleration. At that time, marketing was just starting a little bit. E-commerce was coming up in a big way. I brought in an acceleration team. Like I said, today is embedded in the business. So culture is embedded in the ways of working. So at some points you may need some kick starts, with digitalization, like acceleration teams. But today it's embedded in the way of working in most of our businesses. Yeah.
Okay. Now, looking at the speed of technological change these days, what do you think, say 3 to 5 years from now, the digital trends or technology these days will shape the future of Nestlé?
I really cannot predict the future so much. But I can tell you that we have teams looking at things like biotech, robotics, 3D printing. But ultimately for us, really, it's about the consumer. So let's make sure that we enhance the latest technologies as they come. It's going to come in a big way to make sure that we really do as best as we can for the consumer in the most effective and efficient way. We have to continue to train our people. We have to continue to drive the culture, as you spoke about, the mindset. Whatever happens, it will come in a very, very big way. And we have to review our end-to-end processes all the time. Like you talked to me earlier about building a new factory with digital in mind versus old factory. We have to start to think like that. That, future technologies will drive us. And we have to think a little bit ahead of the curve in this area.
For younger professionals that gonna enter the workforce today or currently work their first or second job, what is your recommendation for shaping themselves to be ready for the future?
Well, firstly, keep learning. The technology will keep changing and changing. So keep learning, keep an open mind. 2, know your audience. For Nestlé, it's about the consumers. So make sure in everything you do, you have to know your target audience and do everything you can to reach your target audiences. And 3, really, you are digital natives if you're starting work today. Don't be afraid to share. You probably know more than us.
I'd like to go a little bit more on that topic. What do you think is the value that you've learned throughout the years working and as a leadership value as well that you want to pass on to the next generation? Maybe as a good leader.
So a general question.
Yeah, it's a general question.
Well, I think, maybe give you an example of myself. I mean, the reason I've stayed in Nestlé so long is that I believe you can do well by doing good. So generally in Nestlé, we good food, good life, good for you, good for the planet, good for the communities. We generally want to do good for the people of Thailand and around the world. So I believe you need to find the right company that you work for that will give you the right values moving forward. 2, of course, it's a cliche, but if you find something you're good at and you do it really well, work becomes much, much more fun. And I think that's always the advice I've given to many people in their careers. And maybe the third one, for younger people, life is a marathon, not a sprint. Younger people will, like to do things fast and get results fast. It's a marathon.
So you need to be patient.
You have to be patient and, you learn. Nothing beats experience.
I think it's a great recommendation for the next generation as well as me as well. And I think we learned a lot today. Finally, what do you want people to remember about Nestlé digital transformation?
Well, I think 3 things really. 1, it's not about the technology. It's about people and culture. 2, it's really all about the consumers. And so whatever we do in digitalization is to offer our consumers personalized, better, nutritious, affordable products at speed and affordability.
Okay. I think we have learned so much today about Nestlé digital transformation and about the business as well. And we see a very bright future that Nestlé is going to bring to the world. Thank you so much, Victor.
Thank you very much. ขอบคุณครับ
โหวันนี้สนุกมากเลยนะครับวันนี้ได้ฟังจากตัวจริงเสียงจริงนะครับต้องขอบคุณคุณวิกเตอร์มากๆที่มาแชร์เรื่องราวสนุกกับเราวันนี้แล้วก็ได้ข้อคิดได้แง่คิดกลับไปเยอะมากนะครับถือว่าเป็นอีกหนึ่ง EP คุณภาพนะฮะที่ได้แง่มุมที่น่าสนใจมากๆนะครับเรื่องราวก็สนุกมากเชื่อว่าเราผู้นำผู้บริหารผู้ประกอบการหรือกระทั่งน้องๆทุกคนที่ทำงานอยู่นี่นะครับฟังตอนนี้เนี่ยน่าจะเอาไปคิดต่อยอดในบทบาทของตัวเองได้ว่าเราควรจะทำอะไรบ้างเราจะปรับ mindset จะพาธุรกิจการทำงานพัฒนาตัวเราให้ก้าวไปข้างหน้าได้อย่างไรนะครับแล้วพบกันใหม่ใน EP หน้านะครับสวัสดีครับ
Mission to the Moon. Continue with your mission.